Hey, it's Ken Barrett, Laundromat How To. I'm working on a dryer here, so while I got a few of the parts off, I just wanted to go over some of the different parts of the dryer that you're not normally going to see, but are pretty important to operation. So, where we started here is with this dryer here. Similar to that, where we've got all the covers on here. This is the back cover, it covers the motor, covers all the belts, etc. You see up in here, you've got your temperature sensors, your igniters, etc. So this one here, we've got a lot of those parts already taken off. So I had to pull off, I'm working on the motor here. So what we did is we pulled off a couple of the pulleys. I just wanted to show you a few of the things in behind that are some key parts to it. This mechanism here is what keeps the tension on your belts in the back of the dryer. So there's a pulley here, a pulley there. There's a grease fitting on that. But there's this keeps the tension on the two belts. One comes, the drive belt comes off here, goes through this pulley, step down over the drum pulley, so this motor can turn faster, and it steps down through the ratios between the pulley sizes to get a slower speed on your drum. This is one of the key pieces back here I wanted to show you. This is an airflow switch. I'm getting the right spot here. So this is an airflow switch. So once your dryer starts, the fan starts, that switch pulls in. There's a little opening into the back of the drum there, so that'll pull in tight, and it makes this switch. And what that switch does is tells the dryer, the burner control, that the fan is running, so it's okay to start the burner. So that's just in one of the sequence where you've got to have your door shut, you've got to have your fan running, and there's really just 4 or 5 steps that have to happen. One of them is this switch has to be pulled in. So if that switch isn't in, the idea being that if your belt breaks, you're not going to turn on your burner, because you're not going to have that negative airflow in there, and it's not going to pull that switch over. You can see here, if it is a problem, it's going to take a little bit to get into it. You got to pull the pulleys off, etc., to get in there. But like I said, that's a key component. It's going to be on every dryer you have. Maybe laid out a little different design, but that's, again, one of the key steps before your burners are going to come on. Your fans might run, and everything's ready to go. You've got ignition. Actually, we don't even have an ignition at this point. So until that makes, you're not even going to get your spark. One other thing I've found on one other dryer I had is one of these springs broke down here. So once that broke, we lost the tension on the belt, and then the drum just doesn't turn. Your fan's going to turn because you've got a direct drive onto the fan on this particular unit. But if you lose that spring, your drum's not going to turn. So your fan's running, your burner's on, but your drum's not turning. So just a couple of things I wanted to point out while I had this all apart. And it's not too often having that spring break. That was kind of a rare occasion. It actually broke right here, and I got the tools now. I can get that one fixed. But just something here I wanted you to understand. You'll hear them talk about it, but the airflow switch, etc. That's what it is. That's what it looks like. And again, it's a key component to having your burner light. So there you go. We'll talk to you later on.